I choked on my spit.
Everyone, welcome to episode 4 of the Ruined Straw podcast. I apologize for my voice, I am sick. But, it's just how it is. As always, I am your host, Strawdragon1, alongside...
Ruinking21.
Thank you for being here. How's been your week, friend?
I hate Christmas.
Understandable. I too have very similar problems with Christmas and all that.
Like, it just sucks.
Yeah, Christmas brings out the worst in everyone. We're gonna enjoy some cool Dark Souls while we talk, because courtesy of Ruin King.
So, are we doing a podcast next week?
Probably.
It's Christmas Eve though.
Probably not. It all depends on you, honestly. Yeah, next week's gonna get complicated, huh? We'll see. We might do a podcast earlier in the week, just to finish up Harry Potter. That way we are free of that nonsense, at least for now.
It's so
before we get started with what is book 5 and 6, 5 and 6, correct. I wanted to talk about this game show I was watching today, and one of the questions, I forgot what it was called, but one of the questions was pick a town in Europe that is the most visited. And this woman, she had the brain power of a 5-year-old because she went Madrid. Now, it's interesting that she went Madrid. The problem is that she picked Madrid. Like, all props to her for knowing that Madrid exists. But what Paris, London, Berlin, Rome, just off the top of my head, right?
Moscow.
Yeah. So many other towns. And she goes Madrid. Jesus Christ, dude. Vatican City, it's its own thing as well.
That's a brain thing.
It was definitely a brain thing.
So much damage this does. A lot. Interesting.
This is episode 4, correct? Yes, it is correct. Thank you, me. Okay.
I did not much damage with this.
Okay. So let's do it. Let's talk about, unless you wanted to talk about something before we get started.
Anime. You know that anime that we watched way back when?
You're gonna have to be specific.
The jobless reincarnation. And like the dude's like a super pervert, and it turns that like his dad cheated on his mom and stuff like that. With like the maid.
Yes. Vaguely, but I remember it.
Oh, I need to go get that Black Knight. So
he was a kid, right? And he was like hitting on his baby magic teacher who was like 200 years old.
300 or something. Yeah, like something like that.
So,
yeah. So
yeah.
I caught up with most of it, right? And I honestly can say it got real. Like, so much stuff happened.
Spoilers ahead, by the way.
So much stuff happened to the point I was just like, I want to watch this again with the other guys watching it with me, because this is just straight, wild.
Did they animate the rest of it? I didn't think so.
Yeah, no. Apparently, when we watched it, they started season 2, but it's still considered season 1 on Hulu. But like when we started watching it, they were considering it as it. The show was like, yeah, no, this is actually season 2 though.
Okay, that's interesting. So, ooh, I wonder if I dropped. Oh, well, if I'm still recording, so I will see real soon. Oh
Yeah.
no. Hello, I am back. I don't know if I dropped or you. Oh, okay, I think I dropped. Hello, friend.
That's not good.
No, it is not. That's fine. We'll keep rolling. I'm still recording at the end of the day.
I need to go get large toilet tonight.
You need to get a very large toilet tonight, friend. So,
Yeah, because I want to get that Brooklyn pizza.
all right. So, I want to talk about movie 5 because
Which
it is the
was that
Order
Order
of
of
the
the
Phoenix.
Phoenix?
Correct.
Uh, I, nerd, nerd, just nerd.
The first thing I'm going to say about this movie is that holy smokes, they skipped so much.
I mean, everything that wasn't a major plot point, and like
The
specifically the
problem,
Harry versus Voldemort situation.
yeah, no, they glossed over basically everything, and the problem was that the movie was about 2 hours and 20 minutes long, but
Yeah,
the book is also the longest book out of the series.
they have so much they can use, but they don't, and it's just like, but why?
Yeah, we'll start at the beginning with Harry is at a park, just swinging on a swing set for some reason.
Oh, with Dudley.
Yeah, he comes up later. Like
So
they introduce.
here's some trivia for you. Apparently, the actor for Dudley lost so much weight over the years that they put him in a fat suit.
I mean, it makes sense. He's
Yeah, and it's just like, wow,
he's also
that
an
guy
actor.
is,
He'll get more
yeah,
roles being fit than being a chungus.
guaranteed, but most of the time, yes. Oh shit, I'm getting slopped.
No, the problem is that if you once you get slotted into that fat man role in movies, that's the only kind of role you want to get. And so once you get into that niche, it's hard to break away from it.
Kind of like the dude that plays Howard, whoever the dad that's in Game of Thrones. He always plays a dad that gets killed. So he was just like, I'm no longer doing that.
Yeah.
I refuse to do that
Yeah,
now.
I forgot. I'm forgetting the technical term for it. It's I forgot the technical term for it, but it's when actors become known for a certain type of role. Machete, for example, I'm forgetting his name too. He always plays the bad guy. But for his case, he specifically likes that role because in another trivia fact about just the guy who plays Machete, I'm forgetting his name, but he's a very good dude. He's very wholesome, right? Every time he gets slotted for a role, he demands in his contract that his character dies. and
That's actually pretty funny.
And the reason for that is because he wants to teach everyone, especially kids, that being a villain is doesn't end well. Yeah,
that's a good one.
yeah, it's a good fact. He's a good dude. Anyway, I broke off from that. Yeah, so he's just on the swing set. Just they don't explain it. He just is there. He's watching some kids like a weirdo. And then Dudley's gang comes out, right? And they just start bullying him. They just start talking shit to him. And
like always.
Yeah, it's very cringe. The dialogue there was very clunky especially because it came out of nowhere. You didn't see Dudley and his gang roll up. You didn't see them walking up. It was just like, nah, they're just there. Boom. Anyway,
there's the assholes in the story.
So then Harry pulls his wand out and threatens Dudley. Everyone else is laughing, Dudley's friends, because they're like, it's a stick, you idiot.
You see, but this is when Dudley and the Dursleys in general found out that like, oh, he can't use spells outside of school.
They didn't find out that until the next time. But anyway, so
Oh, they
Dudley,
find out this time.
yeah, that, but later. So Dudley's scared because he's like, oh crap. But anyway, what I'm thinking is like, Harry, what are you thinking? You can't do anything. Because if you do anything to magic to your muggle cousin right now in front of his friends, he's screwed. Which is ironic with, what happens with the trial later on.
Yeah.
But another thing that I know that I'm pretty sure they talk about in the books is why Harry was just in the park unguarded.
Because he's just chilling.
Yeah, but the whole point of
No.
him being always at his uncle's and aunt's place is because it's supposed to be a place where the wards get in the protection he gets there and everything else to keep him safe. But that doesn't really work if he's just off wandering.
Yeah.
So, and then the Dementors come. It's a whole situation.
Oh, Dementors,
Yeah.
save me.
Harry does his Patronus. He scares them off. I would have let
Dudley gets the shit scared out of him.
Mm-hmm. I would have let Dudley die personally, but I'm a vengeful person.
Yeah, no, he's relatively innocent. I wouldn't let him die because it's just like he's literally just a bystander to some crazy BS.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, again, personal choice. I'm a petty, so whatever. Maybe not Dudley. If had it been Vernon though, his uncle, no,
Oh yeah, no,
he's
definitely.
dead. Yeah,
Fuck that guy.
he's just dead. There's
and especially because
if
Vernon
anything, I'd be
knows
like
the situation. He knows what's going on, and that he's still an asshole about it. It's just like you should at least try. Like,
yeah. So then he goes home with Dudley after the whole situation. They talk about Umbrella Fig, who's like watching Harry, even though if anything happened, she wouldn't be able to do jack shit.
which, by the way, she's relevant throughout the whole series, but they only introduce her now.
Yes, correct. In the movies, they introduce her now. In the rest of the books, they explain how she's like Harry's babysitter when the Dursleys had to go do things, and are like, we don't want you.
And she has to treat them like shit. Because if he gets treated good, they're gonna not want to let him go over there anymore.
Yeah.
Listen, that's what's in the book.
I know. I'm just. It's certainly a convenient excuse, is all I'm saying. All right, so then Harry gets left. The Dursleys go fuck off to take the fat one to the hospital because he's all shaken, and so he's just left alone. And then he hears noises downstairs, and the order comes to pick him up.
Which, by the way, there's another thing on top of that. They actually go to a wizard hospital. They don't go to a normal hospital in the book.
In the movie, they don't even show it at all. They just show him getting into the car and leaving. And that's the last time we see them for this movie.
It's so much failed potential.
Right? So, in the movie, and in the book too, they knock on the door and just open it, and Harry's just kind of there like, oh, it's you guys. And he didn't do anything. He didn't react. He just stood there, waiting. If I had heard a break in my house, into someone breaking into my house, and then just opening my door, especially knowing that I had a terrorist organization coming after me, I would have started blasting.
And then I started blasting.
Yes, exactly. Screw the rules. Fuck that. As soon as I heard the break-in, them coming upstairs and then jiggling at my door, that door is becoming splinters.
Yeah, no.
But no.
Fuck your rules.
No, but then Harry being Harry just doesn't do that. And we're all just left with disappointment. Yeah, and yeah, they talk to Harry. They take him to Grimmauld. Joe, you're better with names. Help me out here. It's Grim.
Grindelwald.
No. The name of the house. It was
Oh, I don't know the name.
Grimmauld. It was something. I know it in my head. It just doesn't work when it comes out of my mouth.
Well, and then it's so much BS.
Yes, it's
Just
all.
at the beginning of at the beginning of the movie, it's just they exclude so much immediately, and it's just like
Yeah.
there's a lot of missed context that they just didn't put in the series to
Yeah.
begin with.
Another thing, yeah, so he gets to Grimmauld Place, number 12, where the order is at. In the movie, I don't even think they did the whole the fiddleless thing. They didn't show it.
What do you mean?
Well, the order, the safe house they were at was protected by the fiddleless. And in the books, Moody showed Harry a piece of paper that he had to remember for Grimmauld Place to show up to him because it was protected by the fiddleless.
Oh yeah, like the passcode and shit.
Mm-hmm. So unless you know the secret, which was the address, that place just didn't exist for you. But in the movies, they didn't show that. Moody just tapped his staff because he has a staff 3 times, and it just popped up. And it's like, no. What about the fiddlers? It's such an important thing.
You can't be mad about the staff because fucking Hagrid's wand is in his fucking umbrella. Like,
I mean, fair. I mean, Daddy Malfoy has a walking cane that he just stores his wand in.
yeah, like you can't be mad that it's in the staff.
I just thought they just don't explain it. The problem is that he uses it like a wand. At least Hagrid, his umbrella, he still twirls it around like a wand. But not Moody. Moody just taps the ground and things happened. I mean, it has style, but
Link got style. It don't matter.
yeah. So then so they had the whole reunion with Ron and Hermione. That was skipped briefly.
That was shitty reunion too.
The thing I wanted to talk about during this part before we get to what happens at the trial is I think this happens after, but I'm not sure. But it was the prefects. Like,
oh, you mean how Ron became a prefect?
Yeah, how Ron and Hermione became a prefect. That didn't happen in the movie. At least it didn't show up.
Yeah, no.
Not even
the
like
one thing Ron had going for him, they kind of just excluded from the movie.
I'm actually okay with that because Ron didn't fucking deserve it. But, who knows?
Yeah, but you can't be mad. I can honestly say when they were just like, yeah, you're a prefect now, he actually stepped up to the plate.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. But it's not about it's not about stepping up. It's about being deserving of the position in the first place.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But it's just
because if it came down to it,
it's weird seeing Ron be the little shit that he is throughout the whole series, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, now you're a prefect, and he's just like, oh, I guess I need to care now. And it's just like, did you not care before?
Yeah, but yeah, that's my problem with it though. Just it either had I know why they didn't give it to Harry, but it should have gone to Harry. Or if not him,
made Harry a target if it went to Harry.
He's already a target though.
Yeah, do you want a bigger target though?
There wouldn't have been a bigger target. He has the biggest targets. His target, in fact, it probably would have shrunk his target. That's how big his target was already.
True.
All right, but that's not important. They skipped it. It's just the movie really is better watched as a highlight reel of the book and not as a movie. I will say that out from right now.
Hold on.
Yes. I'm holding. What am I holding for? You know what? I will continue. I will talk about the highlight reel that is the movie. My suggestion is to read book 5 and then watch the movie as an add-on, as a way to see some of the key parts. Because if you go into dog, please. Please. Thank you. If you go into movie 5 with just watching the movies, you're gonna be so lost. Because it's
not really. You're gonna know what's going on up to a certain point.
There's gonna be a lot of context. Where you're like, why did that happen? Or like,
yeah,
you can kind of follow along with context clues, but it's
any
really
smart person
it's
would look
really
at it and be like,
difficult.
why is that there?
It's really difficult because it comes out of nowhere and things just pop out of left field for no reason. I mean, in the book there's a reason, but then in the movie it's like, no, it's just here. No lead up, no suspense, nothing.
That.
All right, so they get to the all right, so they're at the trial. I want to talk about the trial. And
me and how dumb bitch was being a dumb bitch and she deserves to die, dumb bitch.
I enjoy Umbridge as a character.
She plays her role excellently.
She is such a good villain. I think she's more hated than Dumbledore. Not Dumbledore. Also Dumbledore. But Voldemort.
Voldemort?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, no, she is. Oh, man, you have no idea. She's more hated than you believe.
And it's such a shame. I kind of wish Voldemort took some cues from Umbridge.
That'd be fucked up. But yes. Dude, I shall not tell a lie. Fucking carved into their hand and shit. It's like, calm the fuck down.
Look, Voldemort shows fear because people tell me that he's scary. Umbridge does it through actions, and it's so much worse. It's so much more impactful.
It's less he does it through that. It's more like,
and they don't show it though.
Motherfucker will kill you in a heartbeat without a second thought.
They don't show it though. That's my problem, Joe.
They do. It's just not
enough. Not enough.
Yeah, no, they don't big screen it. They're just like, yeah, he literally drops people dead instantly.
Like, a lot of his terror is like secondhand because of people are like, yeah, he just came in, wrecked everyone, and then left. And it's like, well, I mean, yeah, it's scary, but for the readers and the people watching a movie, that's just not enough. If they show,
well, I wouldn't say he came in wrecked and left. It's more like he came wrecked and then something fucking countered him. He was just like, I did not see that coming.
What I'm talking about in general, Joe, just the way to make him appear more villainous. Intimidating also works.
Just give me the large Titan. I'm farming, by the way. I want a large Titanite, and these are the only things I remember that actually give that item. So.
Right. The other thing I want to talk about is during the trial was that for some reason they were all
also Dumbledore, dick mode. Just talk to the boy.
Correct. Dumbledore is a piece of shit during this movie. I agree.
And I like how he admits it in movie 6 that he's just an idiot. But it's just like, it shouldn't take you an entire year to realize that. Like, that should not have taken an entire year to realize, hey, I should, like, pay attention.
This is where all the This is where all of, like, the evil Dumbledore theories come from.
Oh, because he's always scheming shit.
Mm-hmm. He's always scheming and just doing things that, yeah.
When they get to his backstory in book 7, you're just like, I get it now, but still.
I mean, I get it, but I don't get it.
I get it, and it's just like, you could have done a way better job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, he's a flawed character. But, yeah, the one thing that I found really stupid during the scene, though, Joe, is that everyone was sitting on one side, like behind the minister. instead of just being spread out like normal people and just being comfortable. They look like a fucking choir. They didn't look like people at a jury. They look like they were a choir behind the Minister of Magic. Yeah, I have expected them to like break out into song halfway through. It was ridiculous. It was
Incriminate
still a
an
silly
incriminating
scene.
song. An incriminating song. You are targeted.
Yeah, it just Duel of the Fates starts playing. They just start singing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
That dude.
Or they
Harry
show
Potter
up
would
during at the end
for that.
of the movie when Voldemort is fighting Dumbledore. They just pop up and just start singing.
Which, by the way, best duel in the entire fucking series.
Yes, it was short in the
Oh
movie,
my
but it was very
god.
good.
It's so cool. Even in the movie, as short as it is, it's still fucking cool as shit. I'm just like, yeah, I won't lie. There's many times where I literally was just like, I'm gonna watch that fucking scene again because how cool it was. Because it's such a good fucking fight. That's what you call a wizard duel, my man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wizard duel. But shit's just popping off and you can't do nothing about it.
That should have been Harry's wake up call, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh man. No, I can't do that.
Yeah, so Umbridge during the trial is just rude. You get the general impression of her. She's very snobbish, very I'm better than you. Yeah. All right, so they after that, things just in the at least in the movie just they got to Hogwarts. They introduced Luna finally, which is amazing. She is the best girl by far.
I think Ginny's a close second.
You are in fact incorrect, at least as far as the movies go.
Oh yeah, movies go. Yeah, no, Luna's best.
Even
Luna is top. It's top bay.
even in the books, just to be fair though, I have a soft spot
Luna's
for
the
Luna.
most interesting in the books.
I
I
love
wouldn't say she's top bay in the books, but she's the most interesting. In the
I
books.
love characters like Luna though.
Well, it's
So
just like they have a quirk. They have a special thing that's just them.
I love characters like Luna though, so I'm very biased and I'm going that up front. Guinea I never understood the whole Guinea thing. Again, after I just don't like that Harry ended up with Guinea. It just doesn't ever make.
Why?
Not with Hermione there. If Harry and Hermione tried dating and it didn't work out, I could accept it, right? But are you telling? No, there's no fucking way in hell they never considered it and never tried it.
Well, they probably have.
But they didn't show it. They didn't show it, and that's my problem. If that happened, even if it's like a side note, like later down the line, it never happened. It got brought up.
Oh right.
But that's my.
This no, it has nothing to do with Harry Potter. This is something that I just developed in time for me just now.
Right.
Because it's Christmas time, I have to work tomorrow, and not just work tomorrow. I have to close and work tomorrow, which is just like that ruined my whole workout schedule and everything. I hate Christmas so much. You just don't understand, Boris. It's not even the fact it, and to make it worse is that my dad died around Christmas, which makes it even more like just detestable completely.
That time of year.
It honestly is, and people even celebrate it for the wrong reasons. On top of that, and it's just like, yeah, get out of here.
So man, people will celebrate anything
If it gives them something.
Yeah, any excuse to drink. Am I right?
At least they gave me a good reason why I needed to work tomorrow. They didn't. I'll be like, you fucking eat shit. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And they know I'll cuss out my boss and not give a flying fuck either. I'm like, I don't give a shit, dude. Oh, I need you to close tomorrow because somebody's not showing up. That sounds like your problem.
That sounds like I'm not showing up tomorrow.
Yeah, no. Like, you can easily solve this problem by doing it yourself. I don't need to show up. But, like, he gave, like, 6 reasons why I need to show up. And I was just like, all right, I can't even argue that crap.
You win this round. lawyer.
You win this round, fat man.
Yeah, so where was I? Right. Umbridge is introduced to the student body. Dumbledore's giving a speech, and she's just interrupting him because she's rude. She's just
Dude, when she did that, I was just like, at least let the man finish the speech.
Nah, it was a power play, but it's still rude. It was a rude power play. Like, I understand
Like, that's
why
a
she
certain
did it.
level of just
Yeah,
use a
no,
bitch, but
yeah,
that's a level of just like use a bitch.
yeah. That is a power play that where people are like, I mean, I get it, but I still don't like you.
I know why you're a bitch, but that doesn't mean I appreciate a bitch.
So then they start. This is where things start moving fast in the movie. Because there's not enough interaction between Umbridge and Harry and the classes and everything going on in the movie. Because they're like one class, and it's like, all right, detention, Harry, here's a blood quill, torture.
Didn't she become the professor of the dark arts?
Correct. She is
Yeah,
this
no.
year's new dark arts teacher, which automatically means she's going to try to kill Harry.
Or something stupid's gonna happen, and it's gonna involve Harry.
Nope, every single teacher tried to kill Harry. All of them. Except for Snape, for some weird reason.
No, the reason why Snape didn't do is because he's horny.
I I know. I didn't want to think about it, though.
I'm actually trying to put together.
Put together what? A sentence? Thought?
Thought. So
You?
yeah, no, that's weird. Every teacher tried to kill Harry on accident or on purpose. Like every teacher. Fucking uh Quill, whatever his name was.
Or
He tried to quarrel. He tried to kill Harry.
as the
Fucking
fandom affectionately calls him, Quirrellmort.
ah, that's funny. And then you have what's his face try to kill him. Who's the second one? Can't remember.
Lockroy. Gilderoy.
Yeah, he tried to kill him
Lockhart.
after Lockhart found out
Technically, he didn't
after they
try to
found
kill him, but he tried to obliviate the crap out of him.
yeah, because he found out his stupid secret. And then you have Lupin that tried to kill him out of being just
A
unaware
werewolf.
that he was doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Damn, son. That's 3, 4. Well, 4. The teacher didn't actually try to kill him. That was an imposter, straight up.
Right. So, in the movies, Harry doesn't report the torturing because Hermione sees his hand. He's like, "You got to tell someone." He's just kind of like, "No, I don't
And on top of
want
that,
to."
the one person he did try to tell, Dumbledore, fucking ignored him.
He
They
never
actually
got
showed
it.
that part in the movie.
No, but he never got to it. Dumbledore ignored him, but he didn't see Harry's hand or anything. I will give him
No.
that.
Harry was
Now,
just going to straight up tell him,
instead
but
of him
Dumbledore just
going to
ignored him.
any of the other teachers and being like, "Hey, I'm being literally tortured," he just doesn't go tell anyone.
But also, you gotta remember, she's part of the Ministry of Magic, so whatever she does is something like it's fine, I guess.
Okay, yeah, but that doesn't mean she's literally above the law.
True.
What the is okay? Then there's just more scenes involving Luna, which I really enjoyed.
So, Boris, you say you want to find a way to get rid of items. This is how you do it.
Incorrect. I like all my items. I don't know who told you that, but they are lying.
Well, this is kind of like the only way to do it. You feed it to this weird fucko.
So the movie continues moving at a ridiculous pace. Luna, once again, is MVP because she's feeding the Thestrals. It's a very nice scene.
Also, it's Luna.
Oh, right. I'm forgetting the whole Order of the Phoenix thing. Dumbledore's army. They do that during this part, but they spent like 20 minutes on it, so I don't remember. Yeah, so they hold the meeting very quickly. everyone gathers. They do like a montage of them training.
I've never seen that before.
So, and then in the books, I believe it was Harriet and Cumbridge who tattles on them, gives their location to Umbridge. But in the movie, it was
Yeah.
Cho Chang that got, at least she got like potion to tell them.
Yeah, and the only thing I feel bad about Cho Chang in that regard is because it's just like everybody just, even in the books, like even though she wasn't like the main culprit, even in the books, they diss her so fucking hard, and it's just like, you do know fucking potion, right?
Yeah, like I understand it. The thing that I think is just very, very douchey of Harry is
His
that
shit haircut.
no, but
No, I'm talking about Dark Souls.
oh,
Sorry.
I mean, he does have a shit haircut, but no, it was the kiss scene in the movie between Cho Chang and Harry. Because in
Dude,
the
did you see
movie,
the bullshit with the fucking picture?
yes, so
Shit was nasty.
they were talking about Cedric, and then they like kissed with like, and they were Cedric's picture was just there, and I'm like, dude, you just kissed your friend's ex-girlfriend, not because they broke up, but because he fucking died in front of his picture.
And then he's just like, yeah, kiss her. And it's just like, no.
Yeah,
Nobody
like,
would
what?
actually do that.
What is wrong with him? What's wrong with Harry?
Like, I will give Harry this. Yo, he's dead. I'm here to comfort you. Her going for the kiss and him reciprocating it is just like, all right, you shouldn't have done that. Like, you shouldn't have done that. But I get why you would do it, because penis.
I mean, I get it. I get
But
it.
it's just like, I don't honestly think that's a good idea.
Yeah, yeah. The whole Chang thing is just. I mean, I get it. I guess Harry has a thing for Asians or something.
I don't blame him.
I don't either, but still, still.
Let's see if I can kill that Hydra, actually.
They basically gloss over the Occlumen's lessons with Snape as well.
Yeah.
Because his scar starts hurting.
Well, they show it, but they don't show like all the details. Because in the books, they go into real depth. It's just like, yeah, he sees through your shit. You see his shit. This is how this works. This is how that works. This is how this works. And you're just like, this is a lot of information.
All right. Basically, in the movie, it was two scenes. It was Snape going like, all right, Potter, I will now commence to read your mind. And then they do like a quick 5 seconds of like memories, and then like, all right, you're shit at this, try again. And then they move on to the next scene, and then they come back to it later, and he's like, all right, Potter, you are still shit at this, so let's try again. And then Harry like somehow reverses it, and then he sees Snape being bullied, and then he's like, all right, Potter, get the fuck out.
You pissed me
off. What I want to
now.
talk about is the way Snape manhandles Harry, though. He throws him around, he drags him. If that were me,
I'll push dude in the dick. I don't give a shit.
Snape and I would have thrown hands.
Yeah, no. Immediately started a fight. Yeah, no questions asked.
As a teacher, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
You do not put your hands on me like I'm a fucking piece of meat.
I mean, Harry does it, but he uses a wand. He did. And it was only because he was pissed off about the Legleman's attack. So it wasn't even because he was being pushed around. It was like, oh, get the fuck out of my mind. Harry has his priorities backwards. I don't know. He's always focusing on the wrong thing.
I know, most of the time. Literally until book 7. No, until the end of book 6. He's just, dude, you're looking at the wrong picture. You're doing exactly what Voldemort wants you to do. You know, not pay attention.
Then they break everyone out of Azkaban. And that took about a minute. Which, holy
was
fuck.
Needed.
I mean, if they're going to show it, at least go into more detail. What I want to talk about, because this also is going to bring... This is another point that I'm going to talk about later. Where the fuck are the guards?
They're the Dementors, and they took all the Dementors.
All right, but what about the normal human guards? Because
That doesn't
when
exist.
Voldemort shows up at the Ministry of Magic, there are also no fucking guards either.
Yeah, no, that doesn't exist because everybody's a wizard. Why the fuck would you need guards?
Because you need fucking guards to guard your
No,
shit.
no.
Because at least have wards that if this business is shut down and someone shows up, you need to send someone to investigate. And if they don't check back, you send more people. But that doesn't happen.
No. Yeah,
Voldemort,
no,
a
that
bunch
doesn't
of Death
exist.
Eaters, a group of school children all break in to one of the most what is supposed to be at least the most important places in your country, and no one shows up.
Yeah. So much damage this does.
Fuck. Oh, Christ.
Fucking eat a bitch.
The ministry is so useless.
Yeah, because it's ran by a goddamn idiot, and Dumbledore's just like, I'm not gonna
Everyone,
actually help you though.
it's not even all Fudge's fault though. That's just the rest of them being idiots too.
And lazy.
But Dumbledore's also to blame for this though. He has 3 of like the most important positions in the government, and he just does nothing with it.
Yeah.
What was I going
No, no,
next?
Besides them breaking out fucking
Oh my god, this is what I want to talk about. So in the books, Harry like faints or something because not Dumbledore, Voldemort sends him a vision about Sirius during his owls.
Oh no, they did the whatchamacallit first. Ron's dad first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wasn't important. That's what leads up to the Aquaman's lessons.
Yeah, no, and honestly, I can see why Voldemort would do that. It's just like, oh, if I trick him with this shit, he's gonna most likely expect it to happen this way. And if he expects this to happen this way, I can be like, fuck you, nerd.
No, what I wanted to talk about is that during the owls, fucking Fred and George Weasley just break into the examination hall, throw all the papers into the air, and then like start throwing fireworks everywhere. I would have been so pissed if that happened to me.
Years. They don't have to give a flying
shit. I
don't
don't give a fuck, because that's my exam room. You know what happens next, Joe? That means I gotta redo that goddamn test. Because it's not their paper they're throwing away, that's my goddamn paper.
But you also have to remember, this is during, even though in the books it's not Umbridge, it's somebody else. In the movie, they did specifically Umbridge because it's just like everybody hates Umbridge. Well, why the fuck would you care if it's Umbridge?
Because it's still my goddamn grade. Look, I may hate the bitch, but I still want to do good in class.
Honestly, I have the biggest question about that shit too. It's just like, how do you grade in magic? Like, how do you grade that shit? Like the ones that are just like, yeah, write this down. It's whatever. I get that, but like,
well, I'm sure it's a lot of theoretical theory, right? Like if you transfigure this, I don't know, what properties would it have, or what wand motions and like incantation do you need to turn a porcupine into a drill? But no, dude, I would have punched the Weasleys so goddamn hard, dude. Fucking shit. Coming into the middle of my exam, throwing away my
Percy
exam paper.
doesn't exist again.
He wouldn't have been in school anyway. But
no, I meant like in general, he doesn't exist.
Yeah. There was a whole Percy drama that he would just didn't believe Harry. He didn't show up a lot in the 5th book, so
that's gay. I died.
Yeah.
Fucking fire. Oh, that was lame. I need to go back to my shit now. I was so close to living up High Mercy Flame.
All All right, so then the ministry stuff happens. So Harry goes in, grabs the prophecy. You know,
No, they tell him about the prophecy.
yeah, whatever. But he grabs it. He's the one that's there. Well, he gets the vision about Sirius, and he's like, all right, so my vision was like, I have to go down this door, and he's going to be here. And then he gets to the Hall of Prophecies. Eventually, he finds the prophecy, or Neville finds the prophecy.
Oh, you
Like,
didn't talk about the Dumbledore's army part. How it was fucking sick as shit watching like people actually get good with magic.
okay, in the
And how
yeah,
and
that
how
was
and how
nice.
fucking and how they found how they got ratted out in the most weirdest way possible. But at the same time, how of course, um shitty Draco fucking became a teacher's pet. You
Correct.
know,
Draco and some of the other
basically.
Slytherins basically started working for Umbridge as an inquisitorial squad. Um, the
The I get
Dumbledore's
away with shit squad.
Dumbledore's army, the defense group that Harry was running, was
I
found
like
out.
how they pick Harry because it's just like the most spells against the dark arts bullshit,
I don't think he knew the most
and it's
spells,
just
but he
like
definitely had the most experience.
yeah, it was just like the most shit, you've experienced the most bullshit, and I'm sitting here thinking I'm just like, yeah, but Luna knows stuff, man.
Lunas is a
Luna
great
knows a
character.
lot of stuff,
He's
man.
such a great character.
Like she could fucking pimp the hell out, and also on top of that, fucking this just shows how much of a shit wizard Ron is. His sister fucking schools people, man. She just shows up and just lays down the law, and beats people in like spell competition and shit.
Yeah, I suppose. Ron is also just not a real person, so I don't consider that a real win.
No, she didn't even do it against Ron. She did it against other people.
Yeah, still
And
doesn't.
then on top of that, you have what's the fucking there's some fucko, I can't remember his name, but he was like a douchebag to Harry after like some shit happened. And
Um,
like
I think it was McLagan or
McLagan.
I think that's movie. No, that's movie 6. Um, and now,
I
all
think
right.
it's before that.
No, it was some Hufflepuff. I remember correctly. I think it was Smith or
No, he was in Gryffindor.
was he?
Yeah, he
Then
was
it
in
was
Gryffindor.
probably McLagan then.
Yeah, and McLagan always gave Harry shit until that moment. It's just like you're good though.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
You're cool
So
though. It's just
it's
like,
like I
bro,
said
shut the fuck up.
earlier. It was Cho Chang's friend that ratted them out to Umbridge, and then Cho Chang got potioned, and they
Got
found out.
fucking
Yeah.
shunted by the fucking team real hard
Mm,
out of a simple accident
yeah.
that her friend caused.
On purpose though. It wasn't an accident that they.
No, I'm saying her friend caused a situation that she suffered for
Mm-hmm.
and had to tell the information on accident.
Well, it wasn't an accident though because she was coerced, or not even coerced. She was forced to tell.
True.
Umbridge spiked her drink because it's okay to poison students.
I like how in the books they explain how most people got away with it. It was just like they was just like I'm not saying shit. They just kept their mouth shut. They're just like I'm not gonna say anything. That's the best way to do it. Just don't talk.
Yeah.
And then she used up all the fucking potion shit to the point that Snape was just like, you used it all.
I'm
You know
sure.
how long this shit takes to make?
Yeah.
Like you used it all.
You used up all my stock.
Yeah, I know.
Congratulations.
He was just like, I had like 6 years worth of that shit, and you used all of it. You dumb bitch. Have to do that. And
Right.
then in the movies, she found Harry fucking trying to sneak away into the whatchamacallit. I can't remember. into the Ministry of Magic and all that shit. And then they devised, I won't lie, they made a really good plan to get into that bitch. They're just like, we could do this. There's only one way to get to it, and that's through the food network because none of us knows how to operate. And then all this extra stuff. It was just like they planned this shit out very well in the books, not in the movie. They're just like, we're going there, we're doing that in a story, and it's just like,
yeah. In the movies, it was very fast. They were in a random hallway, and they're like, all right, we need to get to the Ministry of Magic. And they're like, all right, we'll take the flow network, and they're like, we can't. All the flow networks are monitored, and he's like, not the one in Umbridge's room. Let's go.
Not that dumb bitch of shit.
And then, oh my god, Umbridge got into her office. What a surprise!
It's just
the way that Umbridge dies was
not die, get kidnapped or taken, whatever you want to call it.
She died. You can't come.
She didn't die.
All right, does she come back?
Yeah, she comes back in 6 and 7.
Does she?
Yeah, dumb bitches don't disappear, my man.
I'm misremembering. No, she doesn't come back. At least no. She doesn't come back.
Why not in the movie?
In the movie, she doesn't come back. That is for certain.
In the book, she comes back, and she comes back with a fury.
I don't remember her coming back in the books either, though.
Yeah, she comes back, dude.
I will believe you because I don't remember the books that well, but
she's a constant presence of please shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, she's a constant presence of that.
Dude, I could have sworn she just fucking died there.
Oh.
Alright, yeah. So they get to the Ministry. They go through the Department of Mysteries, the Hall of Prophecies, and Harry finds the prophecy. They encounter the Death Eaters there. And then they go through this whole chase scene, and they're just trying to fight the Death Eaters, and they're doing a decent job.
Decent? Dude, they're actually winning. Like, straight up.
Yeah.
And in the books, it's even better, because it's just like, they're legit fucking winning. They, you know the time turner shit that you were talking about?
Yeah.
And how, like, all that stuff? There's a giant hourglass that was in the Ministry of Magic that, I think it was Ginny and Hermione has literally thrown a person into that fucking shit, and he was just stuck there turning into a baby, an adult, and all that shit for like forever, and it was glorious, in my opinion.
Yeah, they did a good job in the books.
I need to do some math. Oh shit. Like, in the book, it's fucking great. I love it in the book because it's like,
in the book, it's so much better.
They do this, they do that, and it's just like, yeah, win this fight.
Yeah, they should have also just slit their goddamn throats, but I understand because they are school children, they didn't do it.
Well, the one thing about school children, that's not going to be the first thing.
Yes, they do not like slitting throats usually, which is a shame.
That's not going to be the first thing that comes to mind. They're going to be like, oh, we should just beat them. It's like, no, you should kill them.
Yeah, you should slit their throats.
And also, the only like actual killing spell that they know of is Avada, and they can't do that.
I mean, I'm sure Harry can.
Oh no! Oh, you just remind me of my favorite part of this movie in the books, where fucking
Bellatrix.
Harry is going. Yeah, he's going against Bellatrix.
All right, so before that, and before this happens, we'll just do a quick run through. Sirius shows up with the Order after they get into trouble. They get surrounded and shit. There's a quick skerfuffle, and Sirius dies. Bellatrix kills him, and she runs away, like shouting and chanting, "I killed Sirius Black," as Harry chases her in a blind rage.
And then Harry deals with Voldemort, gets the shit.
No. Talk about the moment now, Joe. This is the moment we talk about what happened with Bellatrix.
So in the books, as soon as all the Aurors show up and they start fighting and all that bullcrap, which is honestly pretty good still. Like, the wizard fights, they did a pretty good job in the books. In the movies, it's just like, that's fun, but there's only like 5 fights in all the movies where you're just like, yeah, let's go. But in the books, they're just going ham, Sirius, Harry, all that shit. And then, and then Harry, all that shit. And then And then when all that stuff is happening, Harry and Sirius are going against one. I think they're going against the werewolf guy that just eats people, that just turns
Strawdragon.
people into werewolves. Yeah, him. They're going against him. They're fucking pushing him back all constantly. And I know where Bellatrix comes out, fucking snipes the hell out of Sirius. Sirius goes through the portal. Technically, he didn't get hit with a killing spell, but he went through the portal, which is just like, you're going to die. Like, that just leads to death, as
Yes,
most
the
people
Veil
say.
of Death.
Yeah, and even when they first showed up there and they saw in the books, they actually saw that first before they saw the whole prophecy things. And Luna and Harry were the only two that can hear voices from the other side, is because they experienced death.
That
So they're
is
just like,
such an important detail that they didn't show in the movie, and it pisses me off.
it's like, yeah, no, she saw her mom. She saw her mom die, and Harry saw his mom die and Cedric Diggory die. So
Harry saw a
they
lot of
have
people die. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, no, he saw fuck some people die, and because of that, he has a connection to the other side. But everybody's just like, whoever goes to the side, we don't know what the fuck happens to them. But Sirius didn't get killed; he just went to the other side. So it's just like, you might as well say he's dead. You're never going to see that person ever again. So after that, Bellatrix just runs around. I killed Sirius Black, blah blah blah. That's in the movie. In the actual book, Harry's just like, you bitch, pretty much, and just chases her, and they just fucking go fucking ham. He's just like stupefied, all this other shit. And then it gets to a point where she gets cornered, which is right around the hall where the Ministry of Magic is. And he's just like, Avada Kedavra. And she's just like, bitch, get that out of there. And she says like the most insane line, which is just like, when you mean to kill somebody, you have to say it with feeling. And I was just like, this is just crazy. I love her.
Yeah, you gotta mean it.
You gotta mean it. You have to say it with feeling. And it's just like, bro. And then she just says, Avada Kedavra. And Dumbledore just like, bitch, nah. And just fucking denies that shit.
Yeah,
And then the whole time that fight is going on, it only lasts like, I think like a page or two, if I had to do the math of numbers in my head, math of words in my head. Probably like a page or two where Dumbledore's just like, boom, back up, and then Voldemort's just like, boom, what's up? And then like Voldemort's just constantly like trying to get at Harry constantly, and Dumbledore's like reflecting everything. And then the movie does a good job of showing some of the spells that they use, but they don't show all the spells they use in the books. And it's just going balls to the wall, and it was
they showed
fucking amazing.
In the movies, at least, they did a really good depiction of just showing Harry in the goddamn way.
Yeah, and they kept throwing him back, pushing him back.
Yes, at one point, Harry, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He was like crawling forward, and Dumbledore just like pushes him away. It was fucking great.
It's fucking great, but like, it's one of the few like. This honestly, my excitement. You understand, Flores? I literally looking at the game. I literally put down the fucking controller.
Oh, I'm watching it, Joe. You were sitting there for the longest time, so I made the game smaller because it's taking up a lot of screen time. I put it back to normal now. You're just big.
I'm literally rolling in the chair, throwing my arms up, and all sorts of shit because I'm just throwing excitement everywhere. But like, they're just going fucking ham. And they don't show all the spells that they did in the book because because they're so good they don't need some spells. But like, it's so fucking good, and I missed the chop shit. But it honestly is one of my favorite moments in the entire series, because just what magic's supposed to be.
This is one of the advantages. This is one of the advantages the book has. During the fight scenes, J.K. Rowling can get a lot more creative. And it's so much easier for her to do things. Fight-wise, right? She can be like, Harry, or Dumbledore, or Voldemort, or whatever, right? Does a spell, and then she'll tell you the spell, so it's a lot easier for the person to visualize it.
Yeah,
but in the books, if we're not hearing the inner monologuing, it just shows them like waving their wand if they're not speaking, which Voldemort and Dumbledore don't say a lot of spell names because they're that good.
Also, that's like one of the only reasons why every time I find out that they're like, this is the same thing with anime for me. Like, if I find out, oh, the anime has a manga or a book, I'm like, fuck the anime then. I'm gonna go watch that or read that. Like, I'm not about to fucking watch the anime anymore because the inner monologue. In most animes they cut that shit out. They don't do the whole thing. And then you have like the secret notes and stuff like in Attack on Titan that they show and stuff. But like, yeah, no, that's like the whole reason why whenever anime happens, I'm just like, I'm gonna find the manga or light novel. Like, fuck watching anime.
Yeah, that's all. That all depends on your preference, though, right? Because with anime and shows in general and movies, it's generally show don't tell. I mean, it's that way for books too, but sometimes in books you just have to tell things, especially actions and with descriptions and with happening. But one of the inner monologuing is so important in books, but they can't really that properly in shows. It becomes too difficult.
They can, but they have
takes you out of it takes you out of the experience.
They have to be very specific. They actually have to be like, yo, this happens as like soon as the movie starts. It's like, yo, this is a thing that happens. It's not just a random thing that just shows up and whatever. Like, no, this is a thing that happens from time to time. But they don't do that. And that's what makes it like some movies where you're just like, I don't care because they're not doing what I want them to do.
Yeah. Well, the fight happened.
But it's fuck, dude, it's like the most beautiful thing ever. I love this fight scene.
It's such a good fight scene. So Dumbledore and Voldemort basically finish fighting each other. Voldemort tries to possess Harry. Harry's like, "Nah, for you see, I have feelings.
So I have friends.
Yeah,
you don't.
Yeah, he can't do anything." So
it's kind of shit.
Yeah, honestly, it was the worst excuse I've ever heard in my goddamn life.
I have friends.
Yes,
you'll always be alone.
Voldemort couldn't possess me because I have friends. Like, bitch, Voldemort couldn't possess you because of plot. If it was because of love or some other shit like that, he wouldn't have been able to possess literally anyone else he tried to possess because they'd been like, dude, oh my god, I'm dying.
For love, I'll be like, yeah, no, I get it. Like that.
I would not have gotten it either because Harry's an abused child. He was like, what the fuck is love? I don't get it either.
It's a friend love though. That's like me saying I don't love you guys, and there's like fucking 5 of you idiots that I love to pieces. That if something happened to you, it's just like, all right, time to go on a murdering spree.
Gay.
Like straight up, shut up. We have one that actually is gay. You can't say that.
Yes, I can. I can just call him double gay.
He's the super gay. No, he ain't super gay. He's the most non.
This is beyond your normal gay. This is gay that has ascended.
Alex is the type of gay that's just like, I'm not sure if he's actually gay or not. And then he says something, you're just like, no, he's gay.
All right. Harry explodes in Dumbledore's office, at least in the books, which doesn't.
And it's beautiful, and it makes Dumbledore cry.
Yes,
he's like, you were supposed to be there for me. You were supposed to help me. Da, 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 da. And it's just like, Dumbledore, you deserve to cry. You are an asshole.
It doesn't happen in the books. I mean, in the movie, which is a shame. This is basically going to be also just 6. It's just going to be going. It was a shame they left that out. There's so many things
they glossed over it so hard.
I made 3 separate notes, Joe, during the movie when I was watching it that it just said they skipped so much, and I underlined it. They skipped so much.
It's ridiculous, man. It honestly is.
Yeah, so Voldemort. I keep. God damn it.
Ooh, fuck! I forgot he existed.
So
fuck Chaos Flame. Eat it, nerd. Yes, it's broken. Don't question it.
Who am I thinking of? Not Voldemort. Dumbledore explains the prophecy to Harry.
And how what's-her-face is the one that discovered the prophecy.
In the movie, they don't explain it, and so you're just they don't explain it, and it's infuriating.
Like, oh yeah, the prophecy.
They gloss over it so fast. Yeah, right. Like, bitch, I want to know what the wording. Prophecies are so important to plot devices in any genre of anything.
Like, if there's a fucking prophecy, you need to at least give us the basic outline of it. You can give us the main details later, but even then, they don't give us the main details until they don't do it. They don't do it.
The only detail they give in the movies, it's like, neither can live while the other survives, and that's the only line they give you.
And that's the shittiest outline for a prophecy ever.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not a prophecy. That's just how fighting works.
All right, so the end of the movie is just nothing happens except for that. And so just Harry goes back to his shit-ass uncle's house.
Fucking evil ass motherfuckers.
It's like I said earlier, right?
But I can't say this. In the books, even the aunt is just like, all right, let me explain why I'm a dick to you. Like, she explains why she's a dick to him in the books. And then at the beginning of the next book, it's just like, all right, this is like the legit lore behind why we're ultimate dick for you. Like, we just don't like you. Your mom was a bitch, this, that, and the third. And it was just like, well, his mom wasn't really a bitch. She was just a freak by normal standards because muggles and all that. Watch my tone. But, like, it is absolutely crazy how they just go by that shit.
All right, yeah. And
I can't wait
I'm gonna say this before we move on.
I'm gonna tell you so much shit.
I'm gonna say this before we move on to movie 6. Read book 5. Read it. And if you feel like it, watch movie 5 as a highlight reel for things that happen in book 5.
And this is coming from, I don't know if you read any books before you saw the movies. This is coming from me.
I saw the movies first, then the books.
Yeah, no. I saw all the movies first, and then I decided like a year or two ago. I was like, I have Audible. I'm still washing dishes at this time. It's like I why not? I'll just listen to the books. I listened to books. I was just like, this is way better than movies. This is why. And then it reminds me like why I started doing the anime to manga to light novel things. It's just like, this is just so much information. And like they cut out Peeves after the first movie. And it was just like Peeves actually plays a pivotal role by the time book 7 happens and the war goes down. And it's just like, I hate this. Like, it's fucking disgusting.
Oh, it's this guy again.
No, it's their bigger brother. Ow. I've never fought this dude. I kind of just skip it. This is new information for me. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, well. All right. Yeah, I never fight this guy, so I don't really do much.
All right, so any last thoughts on book 5, movie 5?
It's not worth it. It's honestly not really worth the trouble.
Talking about the movie, book is amazing.
Oh, book is fucking phenomenal. This is one of the few times fighting is like relevant as hell.
Yeah. It's mostly amazing. There's some parts that are just, no matter what medium you take in, it's just bad. All right. Now we get to the bad one.
You mean the most tragic one?
No. It's the bad one.
What the fuck? That just doesn't work.
Friend, just hit him in the big butt of his.
I'm trying.
You like big... Oh, alright, so that's why you don't do that. Okay.
He's very strong, Boris. This is probably the reason why I skip him, because it's just like, I'm garbage. Oh, ooh. God. Also, I have like no armor or health, so I'm literally at Mercy's gate.
Grab your souls before you die and then die.
No, I really don't need them.
All right.
See, Nate would eat this boss in a heartbeat because he just uses pure magic. I'm
Yeah.
using pyromancy, which is what these fucks are made of.
All right. Let's get this going then, Joe. We'll now talk about book 6, movie 6.
I mean, the most horrid movie in the entire series. Literally the worst movie.
I hate everything that happens in this movie.
Oh, God. The book is so beautiful.
I hate everything that I hate.
So much
I hate everything that happens in the book too.
What? Why you hate the book?
I hate everything about this. Everything.
They explain so much shit in the book,
care.
and it's great.
I don't care.
Why you hate the book? Why you hate the book? The book is like the best thing of like the entire series besides 7.
Ron and Hermione.
No, they don't. They don't get together until book 7.
They basically get together.
Lies of the Republic.
No, this is when the whole like, oh, they like each other thing starts happening. I hate it, and it ruins everything.
Oh yeah. Okay, I get your point now.
This is also the part where Harry's like, oh shit, Ginny has tits, and I'm like, fucking shit.
Let me look up this shit. Pickle pea, pickle palm.
So, the movie starts with Harry at a diner. Once again,
he's about to get laid. Dumbledore sucks.
Yes, I'll talk about that in a bit. So, the movie starts with Harry at a diner. Once again, knowing that there's a terrorist organization after him, he's just not at his home, which has protection. Like, I get it why he's not there, but fuck, dude. If either commit fully or don't go there at all. That's all I had to say about that. Right. So Harry gets this girl, and he's like, hey, I get off at 11. And Harry's like, all right. And then Dumbledore shows up, and he's like, all right, we got to go. Harry sees the girl just looking around, and he's like, all right, well, whatever. And I'm like, what? No. Go back.
Bullshit.
Yeah, and I don't know why they added that scene. Because it makes it even more confusing when he's all like, but in fact, I am secretly in love with Ginny. Like, bitch, obviously you weren't, because you were about to go bang that chick, the waitress.
Right? You about to go get your fucking slob knobbed. Slob on my knob, like corn on the cob. Get in with me. I want to stop before I get too far ahead.
So so Dumbledore takes Harry to meet Horace Slughorn. I like Horace. He's all right. Yeah, he's decent. A lot better than Snape.
Creep. He's a little bit of a creep, but he's decent creep. He's a decent creep.
He collects people in his slug club.
Yeah, no,
he likes to feel important. I mean,
like again, I say it again. He's a decent creep. Decent.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything overly creepy, but he likes to essentially become pseudo mentors, or he likes to think himself as mentors to important people, or at least people with potential.
What's that used for? Before I go any further, so I know what I need to care about.
Who the fuck is mowing their lawn at this hour?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I just heard a fucking lawnmower go off.
Or startup?
All right, whatever.
That's weird. You should crucify them.
Right. So,
isn't it like fucking 10 over there?
Yes, exactly. Was my confusion.
It's so weird. That people are weird. I thought I was weird. Then I grew up and I saw that people were weird than I thought it were.
Yeah, so they meet Horace. They do this whole Horace is a chair when they meet him, which is an interesting. He like breaks his house. He's not even his house. He's at some random muggle's house. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no. He fucking breaks he's literally, they're on vacation. I just took over their house. It's like what?
It was pretty funny. He puts everything back, so whatever.
That's not the point.
I mean, you get his reason though. He's being recruited by the Death Eaters, so I mean, I understand it. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes to survive. Yeah. So, Dumbledore uses Harry as bait, and Harry's like, "Of course, I will be your fucking sex worker." Dumbledore, how could anything else be relevant?
Yes, I'll please the horniness of this one weird guy.
Yeah, I'll go suck his dick. Don't worry, I got you. And that's basically Harry's role with Slughorn for the movie. He's Dumbledore's bottom bitch.
Sexy. I didn't think that would actually work. Let's fucking go.
I know you're talking about the game, but without context, I was like, Harry's Dumbledore's bottom bitch for Slughorn, and you're like, sexy.
Shut up.
Anyway, oops. Yeah, so they convinced Horace to come teach. They don't tell him he comes back as a potions teacher, though, until late. That gets revealed later. When you find out Snape is the defense against the dark arts teacher.
Which, by the way, about fucking time. For him in particular, about fucking time.
You know what?
He's been egging that shit on for so long.
Yeah, you find out every year Cerberus is hey,
trying.
He applies for the job. What I don't understand is that Snape, whatever you say about him, he's a cunt, by the way. He is a pragmatic fellow. So him wanting a job that is known to be cursed doesn't make sense to me.
You're making a point. He knows what he's doing most of the time, yet he wants to get the job that could fucking kill him.
Like I said, he's a pragmatic fellow. This doesn't make sense to me. Unless he somehow thinks, which I know he doesn't, that he can remove a curse that the Dark Lord placed. I don't know if he knows that the Dark Lord placed a curse on it. I know that he knows it's cursed, though, so... take that as you will. Right,
Oh shit, I just realized what time it is. Fuck you, I want a twinkling twilight. Twilight.
Yeah, so speaking of Snape, he takes an oath with Narcissa, Malfoy's mother.
Which, honestly, I have to say, the person that got to play as Narcissa, she's actually pretty fucking fine.
I think that about Bellatrix.
Yeah, I know. Bellatrix is hella fine. Like, hands down. Fucking bitch scares me, but fuck yes.
Yeah, I get it. You are aroused.
No, it's not even that. She just scares me.
Just
I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny it if it was offered. I'd be like, yeah, no, sure.
Yes, that is what aroused is, Joe. So, yeah, fuck Snape. That is one of my notes. It just says fuck Snape. I don't remember what he did, but just fuck Snape. So
Snape's just garbage most of the time. That's all it is.
Yeah, this movie centers around, especially the book, around relationship drama.
So, Boris, I like to point out we were slightly wrong.
About what?
The pendant does do something, but it's not relevant whatsoever. It's not worth it whatsoever.
I got it for a meme anyway.
Yeah, like it turns out it was completely garbage.
It would have been funnier if it literally did nothing, though.
That'd be great. What does this do?
Who knows? So.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Yeah, I want to kill that bastard. I don't give a shit about that.
Right. Relationship drama. And this is the part where I get it. They're teenagers. And so relationship drama has to come up. I think it would have been better if they sprinkled it in during the other movies.
Oh, you mean with the what's her fucking name?
Lavender. And
Lavender.
Lavender and Ron and Hermione.
By the way, in the book, she's black. I just did a sick flip. I don't know how I did that. How did I do that?
Good question.
Yeah, let's go. All right.
Yeah.
Back to
So
the Harry Potter.
so I feel like it would have been better if they sprinkled in all this relationship stuff during the other books too. Instead of, I mean, they kind of do. They've been crushes, but there haven't been like full blown out relationships, which is a shame.
True. The
Everything
only full blown
it's just
relationship that
everything.
happened was fucking Cedric and what's her face, but that
Yeah,
didn't
but
matter because fucking died.
yeah, it's just everything in this movie feels so rushed. Harry fucking just forgets about Cho Chang, even though he's been his crush for the last two movies. All of a sudden, it moves on to Guinea, just like that, just like that. Two movies, two books of him crushing on Cho Chang, and it's just like no.
That's
I
because
I
that's what
know
I
they
mean.
broke it off
They do
during.
Cho Chang so
They do her
fucking
dirty in
wrong.
another movie, but
They do her so fucking wrong. And it's just like, why are you like this?
just fuck my ass, dude.
Like,
I
it's
don't
not even
know.
her fault. Like, come on, man.
I don't even want to talk about this movie. It's just fuck me. Right. On the train ride to Hogwarts, Harry. Oh, before that though, they were in Diagon Alley. Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and they see Malfoy at some sketchy bookshop, and they're like, "Aha, this looks suspicious." During the train ride there, Harry is like, "He's a Death Eater."
He's doing something.
Yeah,
No, he's not
Hermione's like,
supposed
"He's
to.
not a Death Eater," and Ron is like, "Nah, he's a idiot." But
No,
Harry is
Ron's agreeing. In the books, Ron's just like, yeah, he probably is probably a deputy now. It wouldn't surprise me. Like Ron's full blown, like,
yeah,
yeah, he
no.
probably
Harry
is.
is like, yeah, sure, but he's not taking it seriously like Harry is. No, Harry is on fucking point this movie. I will give him that.
Harry got his
He's
shit.
he is on point for the Malfoy thing, but that is the only thing that he's on point for. He is on
Okay.
point with Malfoy. Everything else, he just kind of like does it backwards. Just does he train more? No. Does he just try more? No. He fucking goes for Guinea for so no. All no. He just no.
You know, it'd be funny.
Fucking
I have a
shit.
feeling if Harry got with that diner chick, none of this bad shit would happen. Like none of it.
Only
If
if only.
Dumbledore didn't cockblock Harry, and this is the sad part, Dumbledore knew he cockblocked Harry. He even called that shit out. He was like, "Man, that would have been a good time." But something really important's come up, and Harry's just like, "Bruh."
Couldn't we have waited till fucking
Yeah, he even says that. He's just like, "Can I just do this tomorrow?" Like, I was about to get some. Like,
all right, so speaking of, I wanted to talk about sorry, so Harry moves during this time, I think in the last movie too, they showed the Wizard Weaseling Wheezes, which is Fred and George's book, not bookstore, joke shop.
yeah,
It's cool. They had some funny lines. Whatever. Anyway, they give Harry Peruvian Darkness, Instant Darkness, which is an amazing smokescreen, and Harry just should always just carry that around with him. So he uses it on the train where Malfoy and his gang is, and he just hides up in the rafters. I think
with
not the
this cloak of visibility.
yeah, not the rafters.
Which, by the way, cloak of visibility, the fuck,
Correct.
just the fuck.
So Malfoy
They
notices.
even pointed out in the books, just like that shit should have broken down by now. Most shit doesn't go to like the next generation, and like,
Correct. That
and
because.
the thing is, in the books they point that out in like book 2 or 3,
Mhm.
and then like the rest of it, you just like, huh, weird. I wonder why that's important. And then book 7 is just like, yeah, no, folks like deteriorate over time. You're just like, hold up, wait, what? So you're telling me this whole time
Yes,
it's fucking
Harry has a super invisibility cloak, but
he has Death's invisibility cloak, literally.
so yeah, so Harry hides up there in the I'm forgetting the name of the storage area, but whatever.
And then overcarriage.
Yeah, whatever. And Malfoy notices him because he's moving the luggage, and Malfoy's not an idiot, and he's like, well, my luggage is moving by itself, and no one's doing magic, and it's moving by itself.
Somebody's there. Immediately casts
I wonder who could be invisible that's up there that I know has the ability to go invisible.
He doesn't even do all that. He's just like, I know somebody's up there.
Yeah, but he doesn't tell anybody. So they get to Hogwarts. Everyone gets off the train. Malfoy closes the blinds, closes the door, stuns Harry, and then just kicks his shit in. Just kicks his shit in, and then just leaves, and it's amazing.
He deserves it too. Fucking nosy asshole.
I just couldn't believe he got caught by Malfoy. That's when I knew.
It's a lot better, actually.
The only reason Harry won was because plot.
There's many times I look at Harry's situation, I'm just like, you should have died. I don't know why you're still alive.
I don't know why you're the main character. You don't deserve it.
You don't.
Anyway, Luna shows up, is the MVP, rescues Harry, and then they just walk together, and Luna continues to be the MVP.
You mean Life Bay?
Correct. Then they find out Horace Slughorn is the potions teacher. Instead
Liquid luck.
Yeah, and Snape is the defense. Then McGonagall spots Harry and Ron just goofing off. Yeah, she spots Harry and Ron just fucking around during like a free period they have. And they're like, and she's like, "Hey, Harry, weren't you gonna be like a police officer or something? You dumb bitch. Why aren't you in potions?" And he's like, because I needed an A to get in there, and I got an F. She's like, don't worry about it. You see,
by the way, title of this book, Half-Blood Prince.
Correct. That'll be relevant very soon. So he goes to the potions thing. Hermione's there answering questions because Hermione is Mary Sue, and then Ron and Hermione, Harry and Ron.
Actually, no, Boris, you're wrong. She's not Mary Sue because she's not the main character. She's a Deus Ex Machina.
Correct. She is plot. So she's a MacGuffin. Just a MacGuffin that you go to whenever you need dialogue for things.
It'll get slammed.
So shit. Harry and Ron show up with nothing because they're just like told by McGonagall to go. So they just show up and are like, "Hey, we're here now." And Slughorn's like, just rolls with it. It's like, cool, thanks. There's some extra stuff in the cupboards since you have nothing. I'll let you borrow it. Harry and Ron fight, because there were only 2 books left of the textbook, and Harry and Ron fight for the good one, and Harry loses because Ron is 9 feet taller than him.
Yeah, Ron's just a fucking giant. Which, by the way, in the series, they actually point out that Ron's like Harry's height, if not shorter, throughout the whole series until like the end. And Ron just grew up to like 6 feet, and it's just like, Ron, you cheated.
I'm sure they did. They changed that in the books because of the movies.
Like, and on top of that,
Daniel
Harry was supposed to be like relatively tall as fuck too.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe, unfortunately, is a small motherfucker.
Yeah.
Which works a lot better if you're going with the whole abuse angle because of malnutrition and shit. I mean, I'm sure that was completely unintentional on their part, but it just worked out well. So, what was I doing? What was I talking about? Right, the book. So this is where, in the book, it becomes big drama. In it's like a footnote. So Harry notices that his old textbook, really like shitty, has just written just a bunch of writing in it. He follows the instructions because he's like, well, I'm trying to like crack this walnut and it's not working. And the book says to do it different from what Snape says.
No,
or Horace, or the instructions say, yes.
Yeah.
So he follows it. He makes a perfect potion, and Hermione's like, "What the fuck? How did you do that?" Like,
I'm
Harry,
not
I
sure.
know you. You are the worst wizard
But
of
Noble
all
Chip.
time. Yes, you are the worst wizard I've ever encountered in my life. How did you do that?
And I've known Ron.
Yeah,
It's just like, damn, son.
yeah. And
It's honestly a damn son situation.
Harry's like, ah, for you see, I am good now. No one believes him because they know he is the worst wizard of all time ever.
They know he Bonobo Chimp.
So
Yeah.
eventually he finds a passage in the book that says belongs to the Half-Blood Prince. Which, by the way, is the edgiest motherfucking title. You find out later that Snape is the Half-Blood Prince, which makes sense why it's such an edgy title, because fucking Snape is a tryhard.
Yeah. Definitely a try hard.
Anyway, so for the rest of the, at least for a big majority of the movie in the book, Harry just is studying the crap out of that book because, you know, now he's finally good at potions. Plus, he's got to be on Horace's good side because he needs a
Yeah.
memory of him. They spend a lot of time also just talking, Dumbledore and Harry do, reviewing memories, trying to learn about Tom Riddle. I think it was pretty worthless, honestly. They should have just spent more time on Harry learning how to fight instead of memories. But, you know, to each his own.
Memories.
Some people like to hug their enemies to death. I prefer to use a spear. Again, it's just me, though.
We all that's in here. Fuck this. I'm not gonna fight these assholes. They're just gonna go upstairs.
Right. So, what I wanted to talk about from the movies, while they were doing their memory reviews, their memory review of Voldemort's memories and shit,
Yeah.
Harry just kind of knew how to use a pensive in the movie. It wasn't explained. He knew how to use it. He just, yeah, I know how to use this. Don't worry.
Yeah, in the books they're just like, yeah, no, Dumbledore showed him how to
Yeah,
use it.
and that's what a big detail I want to know. Not a big deal. It wasn't a big detail at all, but it just annoyed me. It's like, what? Explain it. Explain what it is. Explain how it works. Explain how he knows how it works. I know. I've seen all the movies. I've read all the books. Harry doesn't know things. That's Hermione's job.
Harry, if he knows things, it's because he saw it, and you explain how he saw it.
The only thing Harry knows is less than I do. Literally. So
Yeah.
if the audience doesn't know, there's no fucking way in hell Harry knows.
Oh man, I'm garbage at Dark Souls. I upgrade my character completely wrong. I might start a new character. As fun as it is to use
Um,
pyromancy, I just might start a new character.
dude, I am the bum lord.
I might do your thing and just go Unga Bunga.
All right, so there's another thing in the movies that I wanted to talk about because Dumbledore does a speech in the beginning of the year and he's like, "There are dark forces trying to enter Hogwarts." And then
Here we
later in the
go.
movie, they just show 3 random Death Eaters try to get into Hogwarts through apparition, right? They show the little like smoky thing they do when they apparate. And there's just 3 random Death Eaters trying to get in. Like, what would you have done if you had succeeded?
Nothing. Literally
Exact.
fucking
Yeah, like
nothing.
what? Why even try? All right. Let's say you somehow get past the wards. There's Dumbledores there and all the teachers and all the 7th year students
Yeah.
against, you know, what is essentially an army versus 3 people. Unless one of them happened to be Voldemort and number 2 also happened to be a second Voldemort, there's nothing they could have done. Hell, number 3 might also have needed to be a third Voldemort. All right, so right. I start doing more Ron and Hermione things of
Too much Ron and Hermione things.
It's disgusting. I hate it. Fucking anyone who likes Ron and Hermione can go just jump off a cliff. I don't know. You're wrong. Your
See,
life,
Boris, that's what I was
every
talking about.
decision you've ever made that led you up to supporting Ron and Hermione needs to go. All of you need to go re-examine your life. You're doing it wrong.
Boris, this is what I was talking about if you chose the black guy.
Holy crap.
It's fucking just nasty, man. It's just nasty.
All right, so another important thing that happens that gets just glossed over very quickly is Eddie Bell, he made of Harry from Quidditch, which is never brought up because Quidditch isn't important.
Even though it's
in the movies, yeah,
fuck in some
it's
cases.
super big in the books, but in the movies, it's just like nothing.
Just like a fucking what's that that ghost?
Peeves.
Yeah. And the thing about Peeves is that there's many moments just like, yeah, Peeves fucking caused that to happen. Peeves did that. Peeves did this. Peeves is the reason why this happened. Peeves is the reason why that happened.
So,
and then like, hell, the whole reason why they figure out how to fight the Cerberus is because of Peeves.
Right, so, Christ, Harry sees Katie just become the exorcist. She just like floats in the air. Her head spins around. She almost dies. It's a whole thing.
Oh, that's an understatement. It's an existence almost.
They find out that she's been cursed by a necklace she was carrying. They find out later that she was Imperioed.
Yeah. Forced to do.
Charm. Yeah, it's the brainwashing curse. So Harry immediately is like, all right, Malfoy did it. He's right. 100%. And then no one gives a shit. It's like, no, but he's actually right here. This is like the one time he's competent in the entire series, and they just do nothing to like show it. Like he's had good moments, like during fights and shit because plot, right? But this is the first time ever he's just finally competent, like thinking wise, strategy wise. Where like he knows where the enemy is. He's know where the enemy is doing, and then no one believes him, and it's so frustrating.
It's one of the few things that's just like, why even bother putting this in the fucking show?
Right. So at this point in the movie, Ron and Lavender doing things.
I have a feeling they actually fucked. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't give a shit. All I care is that Hermione's like, Ronnie's with Lavender, and I'm like, fucking shit, get over it. Why do you want Ron anyway? Ron is like the bullied you.
You know what's even funny about
year.
that, boy? The funniest thing about that is that in the books, people are just like, why the fuck do you care about Ron?
No, in
There's
the book,
Harry right here.
The
why
book
do you care
is
about
correct.
Ron?
Yeah, in the movies that doesn't happen, and it pisses me off. In the books, Hermione's just like, I don't know. And I'm like, bitch, what do you mean? No, but just, this tilts me so much. You don't even know, dude.
It's so dumb because it's just like, everybody's just like, you give a fuck about Ron? Why? Like, ew.
The only thing I can think of is that, is that Hermione has seen Ron's dick, and Ron is packing like a staff or something, and so she's like
superpower, man.
Yeah, so that's the only reason I can think of this of Hermione liking Ron. The only reason, and that is the only reason I can think of it. Anyway,
it's crazy, man.
Fuck this shit. So they explain. So they see later in this like same moment that Genny is dating like one of their classmates, Dean something, Dean Thomas.
Dean McGonagall.
No,
she's dating McGonagall.
No. That's McLaggen wants Hermione. That's what some of the drama in this movie and the book. McLaggen becomes like a rival to Ron in this movie because he likes Hermione. Ron likes Hermione. He wants to be the Quidditch keeper. He wants to
And
be the Quidditch keeper.
I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't for the fact that Harry has so much shit on his plate, I'm feeling Harry would like Hermione.
Harry should like Hermione. That'd be the smart thing to do, the intelligent thing to do.
Literally the smartest person.
But Harry is a fucking retarded.
In many ways, yes. It's fucking crazy, dude. I don't.
Where am I? I'm still.
Lavender.
Right,
Oh,
Guinea
and Blonde getting lucky.
Yes, that does happen later. That's pretty funny.
That's funny because he thinks he took the luck potion, but it's just like, no, you fucking idiot. Harry doesn't even take the luck potion.
So Harry and Guinea
start kicking it off for some odd reason.
Yeah, in the movies, they don't even show that Guinea breaks up with Dean. It's never mentioned. And so you're just kind of watching these moments where Guinea's essentially cheating on Dean with Harry, and Harry knows this. There's multiple moments where they kiss. It's super awkward because once again, they never mention that they have broken up or anything. So you're just kind of like, oh, I guess Harry's just a fucking cheater.
No, Guinea's a fucking cheater.
Harry is
Harry's
also
just cashing in the points.
This is the
like
it's the Cho Chang thing all over again.
He's cashing in points like a scumbag.
Maybe that's what J.K. Rowling was trying to implant in our heads, right? Maybe if she ever made like a legitimate book 8 to continue, like right after Hogwarts, maybe that's what it would have been, right? Maybe it would have been like Harry cheating on Ron with Hermione or some shit. Because that's how it was turning out. Because Harry only likes bitches that belong to somebody else.
True.
And he has no problems.
Nasty as that is, yes.
He has no problems going for them. Right. You also find out Remus and Tonks. This is during the Christmas. Remus and Tonks are a thing, which is fucking disgusting. Also,
it's not. It's questionable at most. I don't think it's disgusting because if you honestly think about it, one Tonks, she can just her mom is a nymph. They're bound to fuck somebody.
No, they're not
normal. Her mom's not normal. Like straight up. No, she's not. Her mom's not normal.
Yes, she is.
Her dad's the normal one.
No, you're thinking of Fleur.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Joe.
No.
Andromeda Black is just she's Bellatrix's sister, Narcissa's sister.
No.
Yes, dude.
Why does she have nymph powers? I can't remember why.
No, that's Fleur. Fleur has nymph powers. She's the one that makes everyone go goo-goo eyes. Nymphadora is, she only has the name of a nymph. Her power is that she can shapeshift.
True. I don't know, man.
Anyway, no, what I find it weird is because I just always think back to, because, when Remus was, like, 18, she was like 6.
Well, they're adults now. It's their own business.
Yeah, but she's also like Sirius's cousin.
Dude, you know how much incest is in Harry Potter?
A lot. I don't like to think about it.
Exactly.
But still.
That means jack shit at that point.
I guess, but it's just, it's weird.
Ow. Ow. Big ass dumbass skeleton.
Right. Another thing I wanted to talk about was missing characters. There's a lot of them. There is a lot of them.
There's a fuck ton. A literal metric fuck ton.
Yeah, like Bill and Fleur don't show up. Charlie, Percy.
Percival doesn't exist anymore.
I'm sure
First, it doesn't
I
exist.
could keep going, but there's
It's not
so
worth
many
it.
missing characters.
People just don't exist anymore. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so one of the main like Harry had a mission this year with Horace. I said earlier he was trying to get a memory, but Harry is as subtle as a brick going through a window at a children's
Dude,
hospital.
his first attempt, motherfucker said, "Yo, can I get this memory?" Straight up.
Yeah. No,
It's
Harry
like
is
you.
just
How the fuck? How the fuck?
like I said. Harry is a
Like,
brick. He's a brick.
it's like, how do you expect to get that if that's literally the first thing that comes out of your freaking mouth? Literally, the first thing he says, "Yo, can I get the memory for this?"
No. So Harry discovers a
I,
spell in the potions book. This is also just another thing with drama. Um, because when they suspected because Katie was in a coma for a while, she wakes up and she talks to Harry. He's like, "Yeah, I just don't remember who cursed me." Then they see Draco just staring them down from across the Great Hall, and then just fucking leaves. And Harry, being actually smart, this movie, he's like, suspicious, and he follows him. He finds
it's
Draco.
crazy how much you can learn from a fucking book, isn't it,
Mhm.
Harry?
So Harry follows Draco. He finds him crying in the corner or something. I don't know. In the bathroom. So they get into a fight. Harry uses a spell he learned and fucks up Malfoy.
No. You forget. Oh well, yeah. No, book wise, this is actually very important because fucking Moaning Myrtle,
Mm.
she actually talks about there's a boy that's really scared, sensitive, and he doesn't like people knowing that he's like really a scared little bitch, like straight up. And like it's just like who the fuck is this scared little bitch boy? And then Harry walks in and finds that it's fucking it's
Wait,
what's his
he isn't
face?
dead. Shy surprise.
It's
Yeah, it's
Draco.
Draco. I don't give a shit about Draco though.
But like this is the good thing about it though. It's
Yeah,
just
you
like
find out Draco is
there's no
being
fucking way it's Draco that's a little bitch. And then like the more they elaborate, you're just like, oh, it makes sense that Draco's a little bitch.
yeah.
Like it
Yeah,
actually makes
in this
fucking
movie, you
sense.
find out that Draco is a cunt, but not evil.
Yeah, no,
And
he's just a
I
witch.
understand that lots of people can't tell that distinction because I myself am a cunt, but not evil.
It's honestly just like oh 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 it's that moment.
Yeah, you find out. All right, so Draco is a piece of shit, but he's not like an evil piece. He's just he's
He's
just
just
an
spoiled brat.
asshole. Yeah, he's just an asshole. But yeah, his assholeness doesn't go beyond like calling your mother a fat whore. That's as far as he'll go. Like he'll punch you in the face, but again, that's as far as he'll go.
He's a barker, not a biter.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with that.
Right. So he almost kills Draco. Snape shows up and heals him.
With, by the way, a spell that's just like Snape made that shit. That's like the dankest fucking spell in the world.
Yeah, it's a very good spell.
Like fucking Surprise Simple. It's just like, wait, what? And it's just like, bruh, you just got cut by 1,000 cuts. It's like that's the dankest fucking spell I ever seen in my life. That's better than Avada Kedavra, in my opinion.
It's not instant death, but it's certainly if you're not treated rapidly, it's death.
That shit was fire.
So right, Harry finally drinks liquid luck after having like no luck trying to get Horace's memory.
I'm going to go to Hagrid's place. Which, by the way, the movie makes him look so goddamn stupid. He did not act that stupid in the fucking books.
That
Like,
it did a good job of showing the difference though in his attitude because it you
yeah,
definitely notice like the liquid luck gives you like super intuition
yeah.
from what it looked like because you just knew, like all right so you're like I had a feeling I need to go over there all right so you have super luck right now that's giving you super intuition.
It's great. I love it. But at the same time, it's just like Didn't they say like it takes like a year to make that shit though?
In the books.
Yeah, no.
Yes,
It's
correct.
just like I don't think
Yeah,
that's worth it then. Like
it's
if it takes a year to
yes,
make that
liquid
shit.
luck is notoriously hard to make, which makes sense. I even heard, if I remember correctly, it's you're even supposed to get lucky while brewing it. Like sometimes the potion will just fail for no reason, other than you got unlucky, which is funny.
Fucking hilarious. Dude, some of the potions that they bring up is I wish they went into potions more. I really
Yeah,
do. Because
potions
some of
is
that shit's
definitely
just straight
yeah,
funny.
potions is definitely a thing that just is underrated.
Like that shit was just straight funny. That's why when I honestly wanted to do that Harry Potter D&D because I was just like I'm generally just I just want to just fuck around with this.
All right,
But
so
you know,
yeah,
only like three of us actually knew anything about Harry Potter, so let's not go down.
so right, so Harry gets the memory because liquid luck is broken as all
That's
hell.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, I would have kept that shit and used it against Voldemort. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I just wouldn't use it whatsoever. I'd be like, oh shit, I'm about to die. Let me just pop this sexy
Well,
bitch in you.
exactly, you against Voldemort. That's what I'm saying.
I
So,
don't think I would use it for Voldemort, honestly.
all right, so yeah, so they discover the Horcruxes. They discover the 7 Horcruxes at least. They give you a big hint about it. Then Dumbledore takes Harry to where was it? He takes them to the cave. My God, the cave scene is amazing.
Dude, that shit dark as fuck. I ain't
It's
gonna lie.
it's dark, but it's so good. It's so good, dude.
Fuck you, Necromancer.
The cave scene is just one of my favorite scenes in the entire series. It feels so raw, right? They did a really good job with it in the movie.
Oh yeah, no. They did a fucking excellent job with it in the movie. What am I doing down here? I don't whatever. I'm just gonna keep going.
I the cave scene was so brutal for me, especially when like Dumbledore is like just on the ground whimpering and Harry's just like
Fucking crying. Let me die.
yeah.
Let me
And
die.
he's just like making him chug the pain potion.
It's just like, oh
If
fuck, dude, I don't even like that shit.
so
And then in the book, they make it so much worse. And you're just like, this is
yeah.
actually upsetting me.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
this
so
is
good.
honestly upsetting me. It is so fucking heavy handed.
It
Like
was
it's
very, very well done.
and then like in the movie they don't explain it, but they explain why like his hand is fucked. And they explain why what
All right, Joe,
was
I'm gonna have to ask you to repeat everything you just said because Christian played a soundbite and I couldn't hear you.
you fuck. I was saying it's just like when his hand got fucked up.
Oh yeah,
It's just
they don't
like
explain that
what were
at
the
all
different
either in the
helmets?
movie.
It was the ring, the gauntlet, the crown, or the diadem, what the fuck I want to call it. Um, what else was there?
He had to announce his presence. That's why he played the sound bit.
Nobody cares. Um, and a few people that do care, they're probably not even watching it right now.
So
Well, maybe his girlfriend. I stand corrected. Um, but yeah, no, it's just like he got the ring, he got, and they were doing the gauntlet, which is like what 2 out of the 7.
they got the book and they got the ring.
Oh, right, the book. So they have 3 out of the 7 by the time they finish the gauntlet, the goblet. Fucking English. Uh,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
so it's just like, bruh, that's just the experience right there.
Dude, all right, so I want to talk about Harry being fucking useless during the cave scene because after
It's not really
Dumbledore
too much anyway.
after Dumbledore is done being useless, or not Dumbledore, Dumbledore's done being tortured. He's like, "Give me some water," and Harry goes up to the bastion, fills it with water, gets the shitty seashell he's been using to feed him, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So instead of just conjuring water in Dumbledore's mouth, He just decides to go to the dirty ass lake water.
Got the wrong one. Oh well.
And so he gets punished by all the zombies just dragging him under the ground. So Dumbledore had to step up again.
And save him
Yeah.
while he's dying.
Yeah, and then they get back to school. And Harry has to hide.
And this is where the book is fucking great.
All right, take it from here then, my friend.
All right. So, no, I'm going to do the movie. No, I'm going to keep playing while I do this because if I stop, it's going to annoy me. So, the book, fuck the book. I mean, not fuck the book. Fuck the movie. Fuck the movie to shit. The movie fucking did this dirty. The movie's just like, they got back to school. Slytherin, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the Death Eaters show up, and Draco's like, "I'm gonna kill you, but I don't want to." And then Snape kills him.
Just like, "Bitch, I'll do it." Ugh, and he does it. Actually, no. I think Malfoy still does it, but like Snape holds his hand out to do it. So
no, the important thing is that Malfoy disarms him.
Yeah. And then even then, it's still just like garbage. But the thing about it, in the book, this is where it's just like, this is shit they absolutely needed to put in the fucking show. It is the fact that Harry, as soon as they get back, Dumbledore and Harry are just like, fuck, we gotta get to school. It's under attack. And it actually is under attack. There's fucking an invasion because apparently the whole time that fucking Pussy McPussypants fucking Malfoy was at the school, he was honestly trying to like get the cabinet open so they can put the fucking so Death Eaters could get past the barrier and Dementors and all that bullshit.
Yeah, it was his backup plan.
Yeah,
or it was his main plan, or whatever.
It was his main plan. So they do it right, and he gets them in there. This is where it gets fucking wild as shit to me. He gets him in there, and it's not just Bellatrix and Snape and Narcissa, or I don't know exactly. No, it was a fucking lot of fucking Death Eaters, like a metric ton of Death Eaters. There was the werewolf guy. There was Bellatrix, Narcissus. His dad was still an Azkaban. So it was just a people, and fucking, it was going ham. There was legit a fucking fight at Hogwarts, like the beginnings of a war. This is an invasion, straight up an invasion. And
yeah, they I'm gonna say this, in the movie there were like 3 people that showed up, and this is the Warhammer 40. This is the Warhammer 40K problem, in that they just need to add a 0 to the end of that number to make it more believable.
And that's what they did in the books, though, which is the sad part. It's just like, why didn't you do that in the fucking movie? Like, it's such an important thing because besides the fact that, and on top of that, they didn't even do that in a clock tower. Where they did that was on the fucking field outside of like Hogwarts when they were still in that fucking town that they all go and visit for fun, fucking shits and giggles. It was outside of Hogwarts when that fucking went down. And you see Malfoy disarms Dumbledore. Snape shows up and it's just like, I guess you can't kill him. You fucking stupid bitch. Oh well. So Snape kills Dumbledore. And Dumbledore, the funny, beautiful thing is, Dumbledore looks at Snape in front of Harry, who's invisible, right next to Dumbledore, and everybody else. Literally in front of, no, it was Snape, Malfoy, Harry, and Dumbledore. Harry was invisible. The other 2 were sitting there, and Dumbledore looks at Snape dead in his fucking eyes and it's just like, I know what you need to do. Which means he knows the plan.
Yeah.
This is the first key that you have. Snape is, besides... No, yeah, this is literally the first hint of Snape is still on the good people's side for some reason.
Yeah, in the movie, he just says, please. Which, it's
like,
a lot more vague, but later you just understand. He was pleading with Cerberus to be like, you gotta do it.
Do it quickly. Yeah, like, do it as fast as you can, man. Get it over with. And the thing is that the fucking... in the books, it's just like, oh shit, he knows. Oh shit, Snape is actually like working with him. He's not being a complete cuck man. Even though he is a cuck man. it's just it's so good. And then the moment that happens, fucking uh Harry's just like, no, you killed him. Blah 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 blah. Malfoy runs away. I don't remember why, but he just runs away like a little bitch he is. And then the and then Harry chases after him after all the other Death Eaters are just like, fucking get Harry. And if I recall correctly, this is right before Voldemort was like deadly serious, just like nobody kills Harry but me. I think this is right before he get deadly serious about like nobody kills Harry but me, like straight up.
Yeah, no,
Like before he says it
yeah,
because it's just like they're in the graveyard.
yeah, they're fighting. Yeah, they're fighting.
This is before he's just like, no, Harry is mine. Like straight up, Harry is mine now.
Yeah, no, that's something Snape said too, though. Harry and Snape quote unquote fight, which is basically Harry going "Yeah," and Snape going like, "All right, stop that, you child." And then he knocks him down, and Bellatrix was about, at least in the movie, was about to go fight him, and then he's like, "No, don't do that. He belongs to the Dark Lord." And they're like, "All right, we'll let him live."
But they still do it in a clock tower where there was only like 3 people
Mhm.
there. In the books, they're in the field. Harry's doing everything he possibly can to just fucking destroy
Mhm.
Snape. He even cast Serpent Symptom at some point, if I recall. And it's just like, and this is when Snape also points out, it's just like, yo, that's my. He's like, how'd you know that? And Harry's just like, I got it from a book from the Half Blood Prince. And then fucking Snape's just like, yeah, no, that's my book. That's my title. And Harry's just like, fuck, I've been learning from Snape this entire
All right,
time.
I'm gonna bring this up because I find it fucking ridiculous in the movie. So that basically happens in the movie, but when they get to the part about the Half Blood Prince, yeah, Harry uses Sectum Sempra, gets on his ass after Snape deflects it, and then Snape is like, "Oh, how dare you use a book, or not? How dare you use a spell that I
Use my
invented?"
spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
He's
then
like,
he's
how
like,
dare you
"Yeah,"
use
and then he
my
just
spell
walks
against
up
me?
to him and he's like, "I am the Half Blood Prince." Like, all right,
No,
but
like it was a
there
lot
was,
more impactful than
yeah,
that,
but there
man.
was no context to it, so you're just kind of like, "All right, that was a random as hell." How did you know to say that to Harry? No, he was
And
looking for the Half Blood Prince because you didn't tell us. You didn't tell us he was looking.
and if I recall correctly, that's not even the first time he brought it up. I think that's the second time because when Draco got fucking Serpent Synth, uh, uh, he was just like, "Get out of here! I know how to fix this. Don't be here for this because you're gonna get in trouble if you're here." And it's just like he
In
clearly
the
knows what that
movie,
is.
Harry just runs away, and then Snape doesn't say anything. So
Yeah, no. In the book, he actually explains it just like, "Yo, that's my spell." Well, he doesn't say, "Yo, that's my spell." He's just like, "Yo, I know that spell.
I know the
I know
counter
how to
curse
fix it. I
exactly.
need you to
Yeah.
get out of here, though."
Just why? That's my final note for the movie. By the way, Joe, it just says just why.
And then after all that BS, you have you and like the fight's real. Like the fight's very real to the point that if I recall, auras show up at some point, and it's not a lot, but it's like a handful of auras show up and actually are fighting Death Eaters with like the students that actually know what's going on, aka Hermione, Ron,
Yeah, the
and
older
like
years.
Neville and stuff. Which, by the way, Neville way more important than you realize.
Yeah,
Like throughout the whole series,
yeah, and
he's
Evil's a Chad.
he no, not even that. He gives all like everything that involves Neville gives like specific plot points to the entire series that you don't think about until after you finish and go back again.
He
You're
would
just
have
like,
been such a better main character.
yeah, because he actually had purpose.
He actually did things and learned from his mistakes. He actually had character development. Can you imagine?
Like the whole like in the first book, oh god, I can't believe we're backtracking right now. In the first book, he's literally scared because it's just like I've seen magic that really fucks people up, and I don't like magic that much. But like, I'm
Yeah,
trying my best.
Neville had a very good character arc where in the first book he was a cowering little bitch, but then
But he
as
tried.
yes,
He
but he
tried still.
tried. But and over the book series, he progressively got braver. He grew into his character. He became a confident man. That
So
didn't happen to Harry though. Harry just exists.
he took that shit like a bitch. Um, but yeah, no, in the fight, like it's a legit invasion fight too, which is the best part about it. It's just like this is a sign, shit's hit the fan, Death Eaters are here, let's fuck go. And like you see the werewolves start killing people. It shows Bill actually fighting the werewolf guy and then getting scratched and becoming a werewolf himself. And it's just like in the seventh book, he's just like, oh yeah, he has lycanthropy. I can lycanthropy, and it's just like, wait, when did he get that? In the book, it's just like, yeah, he got it this way. Like this is how he got lycanthropy, and it's just like, oh shit, that's some heavy information. That's what the scimitar is, motherfucker. I knew I shouldn't have killed them too early, but it's so much like just good information, and it's just like,
Yeah.
why, like fucking why,
Why
just why?
indeed?
It's like really
Yeah,
important
yeah.
to me.
Like I said, Joe, my final point that I wrote down was just why. It's the perfect way to describe movie 6. Just why. Why?
And it's and the worst thing about it is that it could have been so much better if they let her put those important pieces of information in there. It could have been so much better, but they didn't. They're just like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tripping. Oh, but aside the rest of it, like the fight, it was good, and then like after Harry finds out that fucking Snape was just like, yeah, that's my fucking book. I wrote that. Immediately, Harry's just like, fuck this book. I'm never going through this book again. I refuse. Like Harry's just like, no, I don't want to use this book anymore. It's his book. I don't want it anymore. And it's just like, holy shit, character development. You don't want something that you know is bad. But this is also when they don't know shit. So,
Yeah.
and then fucking Umbridge becomes the fucking head of Hogwarts, which no, she becomes head. This is when she becomes the Minister of Magic, because what's his face decides to just give up. Who? Who's
Cornelius.
who's Miss? Yeah, Fudge. When you say his first name, I remember his last name, but I can't remember his last name off the bat. That's sad. But yeah, no, Fudge just like give up. There's no Dumbledore. I don't see a reason why I should try it anymore. I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. And it's just like, I get you're useless, bitch, but damn, man. Like, damn, man. You at least try. It's honestly sad how quickly that turned.
Spirals out of control.
Yeah. And then like Harry gets what did Harry get Dumbledore's memory? Or is it somebody else's memory?
That's later on in Snape.
No, he gets somebody's memory in this one. I just don't remember who.
Horace's.
Oh yeah, he gets Horace's memory, and like he explains the Horcruxes and all that. They explain the Horcruxes. They don't explain what the fuck the Horcruxes are though.
They gave a vague outline. They explained like, hey, so Horcrux, what is it? And Slughorn is like, yes, it is a soul jar, a phylactery, for those of you who use the actual term for it. A piece of your soul just stuck somewhere so you can revive later. It's a save
Which,
point.
by the way, next time we play D&D, that's literally a plan I'm thinking about doing. Just
phylactery?
to get a phylactery.
You're gonna be a lich?
No, just yeah.
Joe,
I haven't thought about doing necromancy stuff. But I was just
only
like,
liches get phylacteries.
listen, everybody has a backup plan, and
Here's this
I don't know
lich.
if I'm,
Okay,
and I don't know if I'm gonna get contingency fast enough. So phylactery it is.
fair enough.
I had to have and also squishy wizard. Even though I'm not going to go full wizard, obviously, but it's just like, yeah.
Okay,
Ouch.
that is book 6, movie 6.
Oh yeah, yeah. They end on the funeral, which is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, and then Harry has moments just like, I don't think I'm going back to school again. It's no longer safe for me. It's like, dude, that's like the second most safest place you can go to before you turn 18 or 17. Where the fuck the age restriction drops for
Fuck,
Hogwarts?
fuck.
Just like you're literally not going to the second safest place. Yes, there are Death Eaters there. I won't lie, but you also have the entire student populace that's on your side, and then you have all the teachers that give a fuck about you. You're telling me you don't want to go there? Get the fuck out of here, you stupid idiot. That's the best place for you
I
to be,
mean,
man.
tactically he made the right choice. He just executed it badly.
No, he didn't. He did not make the right choice.
All right.
Which, by the way, shitty ending. Straight up. I'm just gonna say it as it is. I fucking hate that ending. It's dumb.
Yeah, it was cringe.
Damn it.
What the fuck? How did you do that?
You just walk slowly, and also don't wear gear.
I did.
No, like boys, like
no, like, you cheated.
Crawl.
You cheated.
Crawl.
Nope, you cheated.
No, you crawl,
nope,
boy.
you can't convince me you cheated.
It's called crawling.
No, it's
That's
not.
why
It's called cheating. I am ending it here. Also, we're just done with the movies now, and I don't. We'll save the rest of the talk for next week, or the next. Not necessarily next week, but the next next podcast.
Yeah.
We'll
talk about book 7.
Book 7,
which
movie
is like
7.
The most interesting book, but it's just like, why'd you put all the lore at the fucking end? Like, why'd you literally put all the actual lore of the fucking series and all the like main characters at the fucking end of the book?
Because
the series, like,
J.K. Rowling is bad at planning.
Good at action scenes, apparently, when she actually puts work into it.
All right, so this has been episode 4.
Damn it, that didn't work well.
And no one likes it. No one likes the way it ended.
Fucking. At least 5 had cool fight scenes.
Yeah.
Damn it.
6 is just
garbage. The movie made book 6 garbage. Besides the stupid romance between Hermione and Ron, the movie made book 6 garbage. Like, you could have done that so much better.
Yeah. I no longer wish to talk about this, so we will continue this conversation next time. Here on the Ruin. Yeah. I didn't want to talk about movie 6, and yeah. I don't want to talk about the romance either, and not anymore, but
we ignored most of the romance, which is good.
That was on purpose. Trust me, if this had been any other series, that would have been all we would have talked about. But
you know how there's an A plot and a B plot? That was D plot. For this is nasty. Get it out of here.
So I hope everyone had a good time. I know I did not enjoy talking about the romance. So there's that. We'll see all of you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.